Hello everyone, welcome to Praveen Tutorial Point. In this session we are going to discuss about the collisions in the system of particles. In previous classes we have discussed about center of mass, and in this session we are going to discuss about what is meant by a collision and law of conservation of kinetic energy. Does the law of conservation of kinetic energy is valid in all collisions? And we are going to discuss about the types of collisions. So firstly, what is meant by a collision? See, I am considering a system here. There are I am considering two particles in this system. This is an isolated system. So in this isolated system, I considered two particles or two bodies or two masses m1, m2, and the two masses approach each other. So while approaching each other, they exert some forces. That means this mass exerts some force and this mass also exerts some force. While exerting the forces and while approaching each other, they redistribute the momentum among themselves. Among themselves, they redistribute the momentum, and the redistributing of momentum among themselves is called as collision. See, in previous session we have discussed that impulsive forces are responsible for collision. That means a large force will act in a very short interval of time. So here also the same thing happens. In very short period of time, a large force acts while the two particles approach each other. And one more point is, while the two particles approach each other, or in this process we call as collision, approaching each other, and redistribution of momentum of particles is called as collision. In that collision, there is no need of any physical contact. If there is no physical contact also among the bodies, a collision takes place. See, for example, you consider subatomic particles. So in that subatomic particles you take molecules. So all the molecules will move in their own path like this. While moving, while one molecule approaches another molecule, they will come almost near to each other, but they won't touch each other due to the repulsive forces. They will move back again. So here there is no physical contact. So definitely we can't say that there should be a physical contact in collision. So even though there is a physical contact, even though there is no physical contact, collision takes place. Only one thing what should happen is redistribution of momentum, or simply exchange of momentum. Exchange of momentum. Exchange of momentum should take place. If there is exchange of momentum among the bodies, then we can say that there is collision between the bodies. And here, during this collision, the law of conservation of momentum is, that means it is valid. Momentum remains constant within the isolated system. So this is the isolated system, and here the total momentum will remain conserved. So here law of conservation of momentum is valid. That means m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. Before and after collision, the momentum remains conserved within the isolated system. So the total momentum within the isolated system remains constant. And here one more thing is, yes, law of conservation of kinetic energy. Can we say that law of conservation of kinetic energy also takes place? So in some types of collisions, a law of conservation of kinetic energy remains conserved, and in some types of collisions it may not be conserved. But we can say like this: in absence of dispatchive forces, the total kinetic energy of the system remains conserved. That means, what is this dispatchive forces? These dispatchive forces are nothing but it may be a friction or air resistance. So in absence of this friction and air resistance, the total kinetic energy of the system remains conserved. So that means law of conservation of kinetic energy takes place when, in absence of dispatchive forces, this law of conservation of kinetic energy takes place among the bodies which they are interacting. That means half m1 u1 square plus half m2 u2 square is equal to half m1 v1 square plus half m2 v2 square. That means law of conservation of kinetic energy also takes place when, in absence of dispatchive forces, in absence of friction, in absence of air resistance, the law of conservation of kinetic energy takes place. And next, coming to the types of collisions. First one, elastic collision. Second one, inelastic collision. And third one, head-on collision. This is also called as one-dimensional collision. And fourthly, oblique collision. And this is also known as two-dimensional collision. And here, coming to the types of collisions, firstly, elastic collision. So when we call that collision as elastic, in this collision, the law of conservation of momentum, Cm, conservation of momentum, and conservation of kinetic energy, CKE. So these two are valid. That means law of conservation of momentum takes place and law of conservation of kinetic energy also takes place. For example, if you consider two billiard balls colliding each other, yes, that is a elastic collision. Here one more thing what we can discuss is, there will be no change of shape and size. Even though after collision, the shape and size remains same. Such type of collisions are called as elastic collisions, or you can consider collision between subatomic particles. So there also law of conservation of momentum takes place, law of conservation of kinetic energy takes place, and there will be no change in shape and size. So such type of collisions are called elastic collisions. Example, billiard balls, or we can consider subatomic particles. Okay, and next, inelastic collision. In inelastic collision, only law of conservation of momentum is conserved. Law of conservation of momentum is conserved, but law of conservation of kinetic energy is not conserved. It is not constant. Kinetic energy remains no constant. And here what happens is, in this type of collision, in elastic collision, the body deformation takes place. In elastic collision, there is no word of deformation. That means the shape, size remains same. But coming to this inelastic collision, deformation of body takes place. That means the shape and size will vary due to that collision. And for example, collision between any two vehicles. If you see any vehicles colliding each other, a bus and a bus, or a car and a bus, or a lorry and a bus, so definitely there will be deformation, there will be change of shape, there will be change of size. And here during that collision, law of conservation of momentum is conserved, but law of conservation of kinetic energy is not conserved. Here deformation takes place, and there will be loss of some energy in form of heat, in form of some sound, heat. Due to that collision, there will be a large sound, there will be large forces acting in very short period of time. So definitely there will be heat produced between the bodies. So in this way, in form of heat and in form of sound, there will be loss of energy. So kinetic energy is not conserved in inelastic collision. And coming to the head-on collision, head-on collision is also known as one-dimensional collision. And here in head-on collision, the line of action of impulse, as it is a one-dimensional collision. See, if I consider two bodies like this, so this is the center of this body and this is the center of this body. After some time, these two bodies collide each other. That means here I am drawing again. This is a body and this is a body. These two bodies collide each other. So this will be the line of action of impulse. This we call as line of action of impulses or impulses. So the line of action of impulse will be like this. If it is like this, that is head-on collision, or we call it as a one-dimensional collision. See, for example, you take a carom board. While playing caroms, this is a hole. Here there is a coin and this is the striker. So you want to put this coin, hole, striker. You want to put this coin into the hole. So what is the line of action of impulse? This is the line of action of impulse. That means it is one dimension. It is straight, hole is straight to the coin and coin is straight to the striker. So line of action of impulse is in one dimension. That means it will go in one dimension like this. So this type of collisions are called as head-on collisions or one-dimensional collision. And next, coming to this oblique collision. In oblique collision, the line of action of impulse and direction of motion of the bodies will be different, or we can say like this: one of the body should move along the line of action of impulse. So that's why this is called as two-dimensional motion. Again, if you take the carom board again, now this time a situation changed. That is hole. This is the coin. and striker is here. See, actually, if you now you can't hit the coin straight, so definitely you have to hit the coin aside. So this will be the direction of motion of the striker. Sorry, this will be the direction of motion of the striker, and this coin which we are hitting, that will the line of action of impulse will be like this. So I will draw one more diagram here. See, or consider a body moving in this direction. Another body is moving in the same direction, but they collide here. See, this is the center of the body, this is the center of the body. So the line of action of impulse, in the sense here we like this, we have to see center of the body, and here they came into contact. Here they came into contact, center of the body, center of the body. So the line of action of impulse will be this one. The line of action of impulse or impulses is this one. But what is the direction of motion? The direction of motion is this one. This is the direction of motion. Direction of motion. That means the direction of motion and line of action of impulse are different. So such type of collisions are called as oblique collisions. If the line of action of impulses and direction of motion is same, that is one dimensional collision. If that is different, that is two dimensional collision. So these are different types of collisions: elastic, inelastic, head on and oblique collisions. And here we have discussed about what is meant by collision, and when this law of conservation of kinetic energy remains conserved, in some types of collisions it remains conserved, and in some types of collisions it is not conserved. And we have discussed about the types of collisions, these 4 types of collisions in this session. Thank you.